F11 opens the editor. Excuse me. Here I have a whole bunch of different tools. Up here in the top left, just terrain editor and terrain painter and material editor, etc., etc. So some of these I won't be going over because I don't even know what they mean, and some of these are missing textures. I don't. Well, then again, I don't know. Maybe they did fix it because I did update it just now. So maybe they fixed it after all. Huh? Did they? Nope. Sure enough, not. Okay. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, the roads are still broken. Sorry. But, yeah, let's go ahead and start with editing the terrain. So go to the terrain editor. We'll just kind of get a good look at it and see where we want to go. I kind of want to make like a plateau. Like a river plateau. So we'll go ahead and just put on the lower the terrain. Change the size to about, I don't know, 10. Yeah, that looks about good enough. Pressure, lower that down to about 50. Lower that pressure down much, because you don't want like triangles in your dirt. So what you're going to do is you can just do light clicks in general areas. Don't fucking push because you're going to do that. You don't want to do that. You do not want to do this. Light clicks. And if you do this, then you can press Control Z and it'll go back the way it was. Thank God for the undo tool, right? So we're just go ahead and soften up the road, soften up the hill here, try to make a pathway up. I am intentionally digging into it deep. I'm trying to make a pathway, like a valley pathway. Just a few more clicks and just smooth it out a little bit. And then we can go to the smoothing tool as well. That'll help. Smooth it out, you know, make sure it's all good to go. Kind of get it all evened out to where it looks like legit. Perfect. Alright, so that's a pathway right there. We'll go ahead and paint that. Go paint that with a dirt texture. Yeah. Paint it with like a light dirt texture. Perfect. We'll put some grass around it too. Just kind of add to the flavor. To be able to signify like, hey dude, over here is the pathway. Make sure on these slopes you put dirt, okay? Because grass doesn't grow sideways, y'all. It doesn't grow sideways. So make sure you put dirt on the slopes, all right? Because it makes it look more realistic that way. But again, grass may grow sideways, and I'm probably stupid, and someone probably gonna correct me on that. But I'm gonna need some sources if you want to correct me on that one. I don't believe grass grows sideways. So just makes it look better when the slopes are dirt. Alright, well, we got a little bit of a starter area now. Looks pretty good for a start. Let's kind of move up here and paint some more. And just, you know, make sure you put some dirt into the grass so it's not too green, because you want some kind of, you know, differentiate. And, you know, we don't want clutter, right? We don't want clutter. So we'll just keep going with blending the two. Let's extend on this pathway a little bit more. I'm going to kind of lower the size, though. It's a bit thick. It's a bit wide. So we'll kind of like squeeze it down, and we'll just cover this up with some grass here. And over here, let's cover some grass, you know, just like decent folks. And I'll put some more dirt, like the pathway. But if you notice, our hill is a little slopey there, so we're going to have to raise this up a little bit. So let's get the size again. Now size 11, that's fine. Just raise it up a little bit. You know, even it out, level it out. Because you don't want, like, you know, too many hills and dips in your terrain, or else you won't be able to get, you know, on it at all. Because some of these cars just have terrible traction and getting up hills sometimes. So you got to be real careful and just make sure you smooth it all out. You know, nothing extreme. You know, since mine wants to smooth. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now I'm starting to get somewhere. You know, kind of lifts in some parts and smooth. You know, you don't want stuff to be too flat, but you don't want it to be too slopey either, or else, you know, it'll be just weird when you drive on it. So make sure you just kind of morph and smooth. You know, kind of look and see at eye level and see what you think. You know, it's all up to you, really. I'm not gonna force you to do the way that I'm doing. You can do it your way as you want. But yeah, just smooth it out a little bit, make it look nice and decent. You know. So let's go ahead and put down some actual objects like trees and stuff like that. So we'll go to the library. We'll go to the level. We'll go to level again. Oh wait, no, not level. It's environment. Nope, not environment. What? Oh, it's meshes, then levels. My bad. So sorry. Let's go with let's see. Let's go with Derby, art, shapes, trees, oak. Yeah, let's get an oak tree. Let's get a big oak tree. Let's see, tree large A. Okay, we'll go with that one. Ah, perfect. Got our big ass tree. Make sure it's not like digging into the ground too much, and make sure you know it's still realistically in there. Put that over there. Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. And give us some height. You don't want it to be too low, then you run into the branches and stuff like that. Okay, let's get a another oak forest tree. What you could do with trees is you can make them into bushes, and no one would be able to tell the difference. People would just believe that this is an actual bush object, but when in reality, it's a tree. So yeah, I took that from Skyrim because they do that with some of the chests and the shelves. So that's where I got that idea, and I suggest you do it too because it makes it look so much better than the original default stuff. Because it's just, I don't know. I think they put more time in trees than they do in bushes. So we'll just go ahead and make some kind of bushy area there. We'll get a tree oak small, like a small bushy area underneath that big oak tree. Like that, you know, kind of rotate it too. You know, you don't want everything facing the, like, you know, same direction. Cause, you know, people might notice that. I know I wouldn't notice it, but people might, so I just, you know, just keep on making some bushes around this little tree. Give us some texture and depth, because you don't want it to be too flat and naked around the tree. You know, you want some kind of, you know, density. But not too much. You gotta be easy with it, because if you put too much density, then it gets too busy, and, you know, it just throws off the whole thing. We can put a dead oak tree here. I mean, you know, we could make it, you know, pretty good. You have a lot of objects here to work with. Make sure it floats, because if you put it down too far, it disappears. With those things, we'll keep we'll get a bush. See, that's what I mean. The bushes are just like extremely tiny little object pieces, and you can just design the entire bush itself with just the top of a tree. So, yeah. That's why I use the treetops for bushes. Because the bush object is just too small. Too small. Let's see, let's see, oak for orc. There we go. Looks like a bushy little thing. Perfect. Take it down a little bit more. Boom. There we go. Well, that's too much now. Okay, there we go. And we'll paint it. Put some dirt around it. And then some grass. Perfect. Excellent, excellent. Looks good, looks good. Looks good so far. You know, make sure you put some dirt in there to, you know, give it a little bit of a, you know, a sensory feel for it. I mean, you don't want a green, lush, like green plains area, you know, and oak trees and stuff like that. Unless you were doing a plains area, I guess you could do it that way. But in a place with trees where grass won't get watered, you know, you got to put dirt under some trees. So, yeah, there you go. I mean, you know, that's just a start right here. And I think that'll probably be it for right now. This is just part one. I'll definitely be continuing sometime later tonight. Unfortunately, I do not have the time to continue right now, but please check back later tonight or tomorrow or early tomorrow afternoon. I'll try to have something then. So thank you and come back.